Hello, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper, episode 4. On our last episode, we went to the apartment of Sabine and found out she needed help figuring out what the hell is going on with these vials. Sorry, I need some water today. I'm thirsty. So basically, Sabine is needing help. We still need to find those mushrooms. There's like one other thing. I believe the clock is still ticking for when they're gonna come and scoop us up. So let's see what we can get done today. Because I'm interested to see what's going on. We've been going through it. Oh. Shit. Hang on. I gotta fix my sound. Sorry, guys. Silly game. How embarrassing. Alright. I'm gonna let that slide. And I'll test that audio. But let's roll out today. Feng is still trying to figure out. He needs the Ripper worm is installed, so we're still waiting for that. We're gonna go to the end. Yadigan hacked. So we need to figure out what's going on there. We have a lot going on here today. We have a 100% positive. Whew. So I just need 2 more of these and then I could see like what's up here. And I'm just curious if I can do it on these 2. Alright, I'm scaling it. I need 1 more, guys. Do you think I can get it with just this die? This is all I'm gonna have to be able to do today. Oof. You spend hours on a staircase that never seems to end. When you reach its peak, the view is incredible, but you feel the pain. 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. You know what? I'm into it. We haven't really taken a lot of risk. Whew. Alright, we did it. We are starving. See, now there's like a whole bunch of things unlocked to us. But we're super hungry right now, so let's go eat. Alright. We're no longer starving to death. Love that for us. Where's our bed? We're gonna go Betty bye. Oh, you know, I don't love this for us. I don't love this for us at all. Do you guys see this right now? Alright. Why do I feel like the game's about to be like, you lost? We're not gonna inject the stabilizer right now. Oh, hello, cynical bounty hunter. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. Oh, stay still. Good, good. A hand pats down your coat. You know your master's voice. Ew, fuck this guy. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket. You immediately know he is terrible news. You've got all the way out here and then stayed put. He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing. You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of a ring out of a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. I'm gonna make a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home. He whistles. Going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. We can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to S and ARP right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd put up a bit more of chase, you know? A running battle through the bridge market, the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That S and ARP tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. I have a better idea. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are, in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we are heading for the exit. He pauses and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot, or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come, meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab. He rattles his handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then, that sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Ugh. Why we always gotta owe people money? Every day. All day, every day. Money. I know I have to go there, and I'm being really agitated about it. Okay. Alright, well. We don't have to go there yet. But that tab's gonna suck booty cheeks. Just a thought. Let's see. Oh, hey. Those were the mushrooms we needed. No, we have to input the mushrooms. Let's see. I'm trying to see, like... So I feel like a lot of this is just kind of figuring out what we need here. Random items. No, I want a better die. We're gonna do freight operator. Oh man, that sucks booty cheeks. Unfortunate. Oh, hello. There are so many things we can do here. Okay, so that's where I need to go, but we don't have money for that. So now that we have to pay Ethan's really lovely tab, we're kind of super screwed on that. We're gonna sell components. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Excuse me. I'm making money here. Ooh, no, we're not doing that. Okay. Well, now that our friend has found us, we can kind of just, like, go take a nap. Oh. Not our character being super hungry. Okay, well, we'll go to Feng in a minute. We're gonna go eat really quick. Alright, cool. We can talk to Feng now. As you arrive, Feng comes strutting towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Go where? To see Hardenhurst. He gives you a sideways glance. Isn't that what you were here for? He steps into the passageway, guiding you down ring towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. No, I thought you were gonna take my chip out, homie. That data you ripped? Well done, by the way. He grins. Tell me Harden is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Feng takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. Confront him? That's right. It's the perfect time. Feng slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where somewhere in the black a water pipe drips. It's him, sleeper. The same Hardenhurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mention him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and next Erlin's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs higher. People like my parents were forced to work nonstop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in nonstop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2A. Young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews, trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Feng pauses in the dark. They sealed it up, though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart. Feng finally turns back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Harden. Shits who held their place, wrote it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Feng starts walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut about the shipyard. This time his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? Clearly you don't know much about executives. That kind of power comes with certain benefits. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling you can see the ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. This is crazy. Feng turns to look at you. Don't come then. I won't force you. You stand across from each other in the corridor. What is it then, sleeper? You coming or not? I'm coming. Feng grins. Let's go show this shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex. Snatches of the construction bays always appearing through the windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he's going, and before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of the horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across a gangtree, and at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of gray hair. Hardin. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off the staircase to the gangtree, with you following behind. As you come to the same level the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Yes? Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin A. Solheim. Oh, sorry. A Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Feng's voice is steady, strong. Sorry guys, sometimes I read this and the words just word. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erlin stood for, everything Havenage stands for. You have no place on this station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others are nervous. You are from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Hardin, his hands drumming at his sides. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. It's true. As you begin speaking, Hardin turns his attention to you. And what would a sleeper know about that? You accuse me of being a corporate agent. What are you if not exactly that? Not the sleeper. He looks around at the group who are already eyeing you with suspicion. You are a product of S&ARP. You have no place in a Havenage shipyard. Who knows what signals you are sending back to your makers? A murmur of approval runs through the group. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I am asking you to take this man into the custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm and measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, submit the data through the correct channels, then we can have talk. Then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Feng spits. Pardon, you shithead. You can't wriggle out of this one. A security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Feng turns and stares him down. Calm Feng. We're gonna calm him, or he's gonna get shot. You look at Feng. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Feng, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Feng picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. I don't know why Feng is surprised, like, about this, you know what I mean? I guess he's addressing this right now, but like, you know what I mean? Feng is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Feng. What is that? That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Hardin's personal slate. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Feng's grin looks ghostly in the uplight of his scream. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate, and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the ring, lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Hardin's buddies, the ones he is messaging right now, and we're going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set or nothing. Feng glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. We better split for now, Sleeper. But this is exactly what we need. Good hunting. With a pat on your shoulder, Feng drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure of whether to be angry or impressed. I don't know, I'm kind of salty. I'm gonna be real. I get an upgrade point. I get an upgrade point, but I'm mad. I'm mad at him. That agitated me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. It was just an agitating encounter. We need the Yadigan data, which is kind of cray-cray. Try not to get booty ate by this fucking agent. I don't care about Havenage data. We don't have anything for that though. We're gonna make some cryo though, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna end the day. We almost have enough to get mushrooms, and I love that for us. What is this? Actually, before we do that, I wanna go drop out, see if I can drop off this data. I passed it. Where is it? Can I drop this data off? Cool. Love that for us. Dropping off our data. Dropping off our data. We're a little scuffy wuffy today, guys. It's fine. I think we still had fun. I think we still had fun. Alright. Let's go to bed. No, that's next time on Noxic Noxy. Alright. Okay, guys. We are going to close out. I hope you guys enjoyed today. We got more into Feng's story. We talked to Hardin. He's kind of an asshole. We got a little bit of data for Sabine. We're a little closer to getting mushrooms for our homie. And now we owe money to a bounty hunter, which kind of sucks. So, yeah, no. I can't wait till next week. We'll make some more, we'll make some more questionable choices. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.